Okay, let's dive in. We've got some interesting source material here about, well, a pretty notable development in DeFi.
Right. Specifically on the BNB chain, it looks like the focus is on the Venus protocol integrating a stablecoin, USD1.
Exactly. And our goal here, for this deep dive is really just to pull out the key insights from these sources for you, nice and clear.
And looking at these sources, it's interesting to see how these big DeFi platforms are evolving. Venus is already, a major lending protocol.
And this move seems strategic. The sources talk about expanding its asset base.
Mhm.
And the key player here, according to what we've read, is this USD1 stablecoin. The issuer mentioned is World Liberty Financial.
Right, and the material does note its backing by institutional players and in affiliation with Donald J. Trump and his family.
Yeah, and just to be clear, we're simply relaying what the sources state on that. Our focus is really on the technical side, the market impact described.
Absolutely, and the sources spend quite a bit of time on USD1 itself. They report a circulation over, what, $2 billion?
Yeah, huge number. And seeing rapid adoption, apparently.
And they highlight its stated 1.1 peg to the dollar. The backing mentioned is described as low-risk, real-world assets.
Specifically, the sources call out fiat equivalents and short-duration treasuries.
So the implication, as presented in the material, is that this structure is going for, robustness, transparency, liquidity too.
Aiming for broad appeal, maybe even bigger institutional players, based on how the sources frame it.
And building on that, Venus Protocol, partnering with World Liberty Financial, has actually gone ahead and added USD1.
To its core pool on BNB Chain. Well,
Exactly, creating a whole new sort of dedicated market just for USD1 borrowing and lending within Venus.
and the sources describe this new market as having, well, strong backing, tying back to those USD1 features, and significant potential, high growth potential is the term used.
Which, the material suggests, fits right into Venus's wider strategy. They seem to want to diversify their stablecoins, add utility. Assets like USD1 with the characteristics described fit that mold.
Okay, now this is where it gets quite practical for anyone listening who might be interested. The incentives.
Ah, yes, the liquidity push. The sources are specific here. They're talking about $10,000 worth of XVS tokens.
XVS being the Venus governance token.
Yeah. And this $10 is apparently being distributed over the first 30 days
Distributed to who, though?
to users who supply USD1 to this specific new market. Early birds, basically.
So if you supply USD1 liquidity in that first month, the sources say you get your normal lending yield plus a slice of this extra XVS pool.
Yeah, creating a, potentially quite attractive yield, at least initially. It's a classic move described right there in the material for bootstrapping a new market.
Get that initial liquidity flowing.
Exactly. The sources suggest the plan is to use USD1's reported scale and its specific backing as a draw with the XVS as that immediate hook to get people into the Venus ecosystem on BNB Chain.
So wrapping this up, what's the takeaway from digging into these sources if you're involved with stablecoins or DeFi lending, especially on BNB Chain?
Then this is, well, it's a new, pretty substantial market option opening up on a major platform, Venus.
It's a concrete example, straight from the material, of a large stablecoin, one with that specific RWA backing mentioned fiat, short-term treasuries getting integrated.
And using very targeted incentives like that $10K in XVS over 30 days right out of the gate to build momentum.
So a final thought, drawing just from this material we've looked at. You've got this over $2 billion stablecoin, specific RWA backing cited, landing in a major DeFi protocol's main pool. The sources highlight this combo and the incentive plan. What does that specific strategy, as laid out here, make you think about regarding opportunities or maybe even questions in the DeFi space?